What is going on here? We're supposed to be doing like a Halloween show here. The intro, the bit, where's the band? And what are you doing over there, huh?
And 1, 2, 3. But what do you want?
What is going on? We're supposed to be doing a show here. You're my producer of Sunday night. The place looks terrible. The band isn't here. What about the Halloween show?
Todd, it ain't gonna happen.
What do you mean it ain't gonna happen?
Immigration's caught up to Billy, so I'm taking over her show. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Ding, 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 ding.
Hi, this is Todd Albo, host of Sunday Night here at TV-5, and you know, it's Halloween, and the boys took the night off to do a little trick-or-treating, if you know what I mean. Anyway, they're out and about, and so we had a choice here at tonight's show. We could either A, bring you about a half hour of our best of type of thing here, a compilation of the first 4 shows, or B, we could bring you yet another edition of Forum. Decide for yourself which one is scarier. Happy Halloween!
From Platteville, the 8th wonder of the world, the only hole above the ground, it's Sunday night with our house band, Rats on Amps. And now, your host, the man whose show lasted longer than Chevy's, it's Todd Albaugh.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks a lot for coming. And what a studio audience, I tell you. Give yourselves a hand. Whoa! Yeah. Here's a news item. Perhaps you didn't see this week. News from Beaver Creek, Ohio. That's right, which is funny in itself, I think. But Beaver Creek, Ohio, a 19-year-old woman arrested now and charged with public indecency after she drove to work naked. That's right, completely naked. Now, this was all part of the fact that this local radio station had some promotion or something. I tried to get free tickets to a Duran Duran concert, I guess, or whatever. So she drove to work naked in order to get this. And the police pulled her over on the way to work. And the police officer got out. But first of all, there was a teddy bear. She had this big teddy bear on her in the car, covering up most of her body parts. The bear was on her. And the police officer got out of the car. He walked over and he said, the woman said, "Anything wrong, officer?" And he said, "Yeah, you got a teddy bear on your lap." So I think Ed McMahon is in the audience tonight. Nice to have him here tonight. Did you see, the Chancellor of University of Massachusetts said this weekend that the Minuteman logo, or the Minuteman mascot, I should actually say, will stay. The Minuteman is the mascot of the University of Massachusetts. He said it was criticized, though, by some of the students because some students said the Minuteman was sexist because he was male, he was racist because he was white, and violent because he carries a musket. So now, actually, it's homecoming weekend. In a related story, some of the Platteville alumni here this weekend called Chancellor Culberson. They said they want our mascot, Pioneer Pete, erased. They said Pete's got to go. They said, number 1, he's sexist because he's male. Number 2, he's racist because he's white. And number 3, he's just not marketable because he didn't sell at former Chancellor Bill Schmurny's garage sale last year. So I think, yeah. And finally, it is homecoming weekend this weekend, and this was in the paper as well today. I'm a big reader of the Sunday paper. UW Space Place in Madison. This takes place on the Madison campus. UW Space Place is having an open house this week to celebrate Halloween. It's a come-as-you-are type of thing. Dress as your favorite alien or space character. Games like Pin the Tail and the Comet and whatnot are being played. In a related story, not to be outdone, University of Wisconsin-Platteville also having its own Halloween competition or Halloween event this year. As a matter of fact, apparently now, I guess, the Ceres sorority will have an open house this week. So I think right there, that's pretty scary in itself. And now say hello to Tom and the band over there, the boys. How you doing tonight, Tom?
Pretty good. Yourself? Great to be here again. Great to be here.
Well, we're always glad to have you along. And now you guys were very busy over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
You had the what is that? What is that laugh for? What does that mean?
Well,
What, did you have an opportunity like to participate in the festivities? You marched in the halftime show yesterday.
well, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I was supposed to, but I had a gig up in the Twin Cities, so.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know. What, playing with the band up there or what?
Yeah, playing a wedding gig up there.
Really? Well, that's pretty cool.
Having
I
a good
didn't know
old
that.
time. A little too much
And
fun.
of course, this afternoon you were playing with the band in the concert.
Yes, that was a joy.
All right.
They did
You know what?
good.
You guys are getting new uniforms, and we want you to come back on the show when you get new uniforms, and I want the whole band to march through the studio. I think that'd be great.
I'll talk to Mr. Ellis about it.
Yeah, talk to Barry. He's a great guy. So, well, thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you later, as a matter of fact. And John, you know, if you wanted, would you like a date with my sister? We'll pay for it now. We'll pay for it, and have you come back on the show and ask you how it went.
Kind of like studs, huh?
So think about it, and we'll talk to you later. All right? All right. Troy Everson, nice to have you along with us this week.
Thanks.
I feel like Bob Barker with this microphone this week. You know?
Sure.
My
Don't forget to
regular-
have your pet spayed or neutered.
That's right. You know, my other microphone kind of went out before the show, so I've got this one. This is fine. You know, a lot of talk show hosts smoke one of these on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
That'd be funny if it was lit,
It's
Todd.
not for me. I think I want to take up smoking, but I won't anyway.
All
So
right.
what's new with you? Of course, my grandma was in the audience last week. Aren't parents great?
Speaking of families,
Aren't they
mine
great?
were down this weekend.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Your mom and dad and sister, or just your
No,
mom?
just my mom and dad. They
You
came
got
down
screwed out of
yesterday.
a car, as a matter of fact, by your mom and dad, didn't you?
Yes, I did. They went and bought a new car and traded mine in on it. And they called me and told me they did that.
I think that's kind of funny.
Well, of course you would. It's not your car.
Anyway,
Anyway, I
parents.
brought something along.
Parents.
I brought something along, Todd.
Yes?
My mom wrote me a letter.
Really?
Yeah.
See, your mom writes great letters.
My mom writes great letters. She doesn't write like she speaks. She writes kind of funny. Can I read it?
It's a short letter. Give us an example.
Okay. She starts out on the top. Sun night. N-I-T-E. Sunday night. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And then she says, Dear Troy, how are you? Garsh, the weather's nice. G-A-R-S-H. Okay, English professors, flip over now, okay? Leaves are pretty too. Dad just left for work and Tammy's working. I took Grandma to the doctor yesterday. Boy, you gotta be thankful for good health. How's physics going? Do you have a warm jacket at Platteville? Let me know. Come home soon. Love, Mom.
Isn't that great? But
Yeah.
she's concerned about you now.
Well,
She's-
concern is a nice way to put it.
Oh, your mom's a nice woman.
No, I love my mom.
I know you do. So anyway, you know, we were talking a little bit about the World Series during the monologue here a minute ago, and of course last night the Toronto Blue Jays won in
Yes,
Game
they did.
6, 8-5 final score, and
Something like
yeah, 8-6 I guess it was. Anyway, but here now the Phillies did get one. It looked like the Phillies may win it.
Home run.
The home run, as a matter of fact, Lenny Dykstra hit a home run. If we could now, Russ, our fine director, Russ Hill, if we could go back to last night, our Sunday night camera is set up in Sky Dome now, watching Lenny Dykstra's home run. Here it is. Enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
There it is. Look at that.
Going around a second.
He's
Look
going
at
around.
him
Lenny
roll.
Dykstra. There he is. Boy, that Sky Dome sure looks a lot smaller, doesn't it?
Sure not the crowd they had.
Sure. You know, it looks different from our angle. Because we have a
does.
field cam. Look at that. There we go. Lenny
that's
Dykstra
all right.
Home run. That's kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, well, well, it's family weekend, of course, over the weekend, and
Went to the game. Kind of sad the Pioneers lost, isn't it?
well, it was, yeah. They did made a good effort, but
They put a good effort
Iowa
forth.
Wesleyan, a tough team.
They were.
Of course, the Pioneers in
They had
action.
some big guys on that team. They'd give me a run for my money, wouldn't they?
That's right, I guess so. they travel
well.
to Eau Claire next week, and Clark Gilson and I, our producer, will be doing that for WSUP 91 FM. So that'll
That's
be
the day
fun.
before Halloween.
It is trick or treat time for the Pioneers.
That's
I guess.
right.
But they'll regroup, and we'll see if we can get them a win next week.
All right.
Anyway, I was going to say is that it's been kind of a goofy weekend, parents' weekend, family weekend. Apparently, a few crimes committed over the weekend. Sad to say, and here now we do a lot of comedy. Or we tried to on the show. And so we thought what we'd do now is give you an example or a public service, if you will.
Always
of
trying
Sunday
to
night.
serve the students.
Always trying to serve the students here at Sunday night. We want to be there for you.
Okay.
We want to be here for you, as a matter of fact. so here now, if we could cue this up, our Crime Watcher report now, courtesy of Sunday night. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this.
And now, as a public service, Sunday Night presents Crime Watchers. Hello, I'm Officer Craig Chicker for Platteville Area Crime Watchers. On October 23rd, 1993, at 7:05 p.m., a dorm room was broken into in Dobson Hall. Several items were stolen, including one bed, one dresser, 3 lamps, a table and chair dinette set, a Lazy Boy recliner, a 42-inch projection screen television, a stereo system including CD player, tape deck, 240-watt Harman Kardon quality industrial amplifier, a GE washer and dryer, 1 drum kit, 1 Pepsi soda machine, 1 coin-operated video game, Dragon's Lair, 1 Generation 6 punch card data computer system circa 1976, a 1979 Kawasaki motorcycle with sidecar, and the current issue of TV Guide. If you witness this crime or have information about this or any other crime, call 1-800-438-2653 after 7 p.m. Cash rewards are available and you can remain anonymous. This has been Crime Watchers, a public service of Sunday Night.
And there you go, a public service of Sunday night. As
Boy,
a matter
that's
of fact.
sad.
Sad? Why is it sad? Crime?
Why? People work hard for washers and dryers and stuff like that, and then they get them stolen right out of their dorm room.
I know. Back in the old days, they didn't steal things like that.
That's right. Not during the Depression, they didn't. But that's all right, isn't it? We had fun back
boy.
then.
They sure did.
We used to sing, things like that. It was fun. We didn't have to steal things from other people. Throw bricks through Dick's window. We didn't do that.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We have a great show for you tonight.
It's time for some poetry with Jeff.
Good evening. Tonight I will be reading from the poetry of Charlie Daniels. She is the queen of my double-wide trailer with its polyester curtains and its redwood deck. Sometimes she runs and I've got to trail her, dyeing her black heart and her pretty red neck.
That was some poetry with Jeff.
And we are back. Over here on camera. This is the camera now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to have my first guest out here tonight. He is the head men's basketball coach of the UW-Platteville Pioneer basketball team, and even coached the team to a national championship a couple of years back. Ladies and gentlemen, Bo Ryan.
Hi, Todd. You're off to a good start, buddy.
You can put that on, Coach. Just put that right on there, and put the microphone on. He's done this before. You've been on over the 50-yard line, the Bo Ryan Show, the Pioneer Basketball Show. Thank God we got one of those last year.
I think basketball coaches have become known for how many stories they tell as well as how many X's and O's they do at these clinics. So I got a few news stories if you ever needed any.
Well, I'd be happy to hear some. Obviously, as you heard by the monologue, I need some pretty darn bad. So, you know.
Well, I just thought the best one was there was this guy who worked very hard all his life to, and suffered a lot of adversity to become very successful, just like I'm sure a lot of students out there and people in the city of Platteville, people who have good jobs and have worked hard, and they've handled a lot of things that have come up, and this guy was a little upset down in Texas with the town that he grew up in. He thought that people had become very lazy, apathetic, just really didn't give a hoot about anything, and he thought he'd have a little experiment. He filled his swimming pool with a bunch of crocodiles, and he called a party and had everybody out to his ranch, and there's about 500 people in town. They come to the party. Of course, it's free, so they're all going to be there, and he just gets everybody around the pool. After the 4 or 5 hours of revelry were over, he said, all right, look, you know, I'm kind of disappointed that this town has become, I think the people here have become complacent. I don't think you're very competitive. I don't think you have a lot of drive and desire. And what I have here is a swimming pool full of crocodiles, and if somebody can swim the full length of that pool and come out the other end, they can have their choice of 3 things. My daughter's hand in marriage, $1 million in cash, or the deed to this ranch. And he says, I'm sure there's somebody in here who's got to be willing to do this, and I'm just going to turn around, and I just want to see what happens. So he turns around, next thing he hears, sploosh. He looks, here's hair and skin and everything flying all over the place, and here's this person swimming right across the pool. Sure enough, they get to the other end. And the guy says, I can't believe this. You did something that I didn't think anybody in this town could do. And I'm a man of my word. I told you to give you my daughter's hand in marriage, $1 million in cash, or the deed to the ranch. He said, what do you want? It's yours to pick from. The guy says, all I want to know is who pushed me in the pool.
About the chair?
No, thanks.
You know.
It was fresh in my memory. I just heard it this morning. So.
No, that's great. Gentlemen, with Sly from WIBA, and glad to have you along. Now, before we left, we said we were going to talk a little bit about what's happening in Madison now. I know kind of the big story over the last week, at least, was the filming of I Love Trouble, the big Hollywood production.
Oh,
and,
farmers are protesting, and
yeah, I saw, who was it? One of the legislatures.
Ben Branson.
Yeah, Ben Branson.
He's a pinhead, too.
Really? Yeah. Well,
He's one of those corporate farming guys. Where the controversy centers around the premise of the movie. There's some chemical injected into calves. It's kind of like breast implants, only it makes them produce more milk. But it makes them produce. The whole story is fictitious, but there's a real life problem with this bovine growth hormone. Right. Only in America's Dairyland would we get this excited about cows' udders. But but these corporate farmers want this injection so they can run the rest of the family farmers in this area out of business, so we can put some more Kmart's up there along 18151. So they don't like the premise of this movie because it hits a little too close to home. So farmers are out protesting, and then you have all these people without lives that want to see Julia Roberts. Now here's a woman who dumped Kiefer Sutherland for Mr. Mushroomhead. What's that guy's name?
The guy who sings blues or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So they beat up a security guard at Madison newspaper. She was out there making some appearance. These fans of Julia Roberts.
Beat up a security guard?
You talk about the most helpless people in the world, security guards. Some poor little overweight guy in a polyester uniform. They can't even carry a gun. It's like, it's like a cross between Barney the dinosaur and Barney Fife. All right, they beat the guy up. And he lost. These fans enraged over Julia Roberts. I mean, what's the big
nutty
deal?
Now,
it's stupid.
I know it is stupid. Well, you talked a little bit earlier about the FCC, or not FCC, but just getting in trouble on the air.
You were talking about the FCC.
I was talking about the FCC, right? Keep me straight, Sly. I need the help, But here now, we know that now you're not a shock jock like Howard Stern by any means. You know, you haven't gotten in trouble as far as FCC that way. But here now, we thought we'd put together a few things just to you know, not that you need help, you're a professional, you know, much more so than us. We thought a list of a few things now, FCC violations that make sure you stay away from, you know, after you leave. Your alumni here at Platteville trying to give you a little help. This piece is dying, but we're gonna go to it. All right.
Oh, good. That's a good way to set it up. This piece is dying. We haven't even done it yet.
Well, it'll work. It'll be fine. Now, first one is misrepresentation or lack of candor. It's $20,000. Have you ever been accused of misrepresentation or lack of candor?
Not yet, but I have run plenty of political commercials on the air.
Really?
Those would probably fit into that category.
How about unauthorized discontinuance of service, $10,000?
What?
It's
What the hell are
unauthorized.
you mambling about?
Unauthorized discontinuance of service, $10,000.
I don't think so.
I don't even know. All right, broadcasting telephone conversations without permission. Now, wait a minute.
Coach Kinder, I was kind of wondering, are you going to mind at all if we bring up that thing about you guys, you know, the thing about you guys poisoning the water, you know, on the Oshkosh sideline? You could get that first big win this past Saturday? Because, you know, quite frankly, I thought it was a great idea.
I thought so. You know what?
Jim Kinder, I guess, talking to Kevin O'Connor from the green room phone. We had tapped that. So we don't have their permission, but we tapped it. So I'm not sure if that's going to cost us 10
Yes,
grand
I've been
or
in
not.
trouble for that one.
Really? You have? Well, how so? Very quickly.
I was calling to yell at a high school principal during a walkout at West High School, and I got the principal's secretary on the air. And I didn't tell her she was on the air, and she kind of gave me his private line number on the air. And
Whoops.
I got him. And she kind of put me directly through him, and I called him a Nazi pinhead.
Oh, jeez.
And I got
That'll
in trouble.
do it.
And I didn't think the kids would take me seriously when they turned the cop car over.
All right, here. Also, false distress broadcasts. That's another one. Have you ever gotten in trouble for a false distress broadcast?
Does the diarrhea count?
I'm not sure. It may.
That would be false distress.
That's true. All right. Also, broadcasting of indecent programming.
Well, only from 5:30.
One more to go here. Whoa! Hey, that cow kicks. Easy, easy. Whoa! The cow kicked me. Jesus. Holy! You knew that was going to happen, didn't you? You set me up with this cow. No. Steve, you knew that cow was going to kick me. Jesus.
Taking too much time.
Is that it? You got to do it fast.
Yeah, you got to be quick.
She's pissed off. Okay, all right.
I was broadcasting from a farm.
What was your?
Yes,
that was
I was
you.
touching a cow's breast.
Oh, really? And it kicked you?
Wouldn't you?
All right. Sly, hey, it's been great having you on the program, and I guess we're going to stay here a minute because we're going to come back very quickly before we wrap things up, so stay with us. Back with more of Sly in just one moment, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap things up.
Chocolate. Real milk chocolate. And what goes great with chocolate? Real monkey meat. Yes, it's Rhesus Monkey Cups. Rich, velvety milk chocolate on the outside. Real ground monkey meat on the inside. Two great tastes that taste great together.
Great!
Rhesus Monkey Cups. Available at fine truck stops and zoos everywhere.
Minimum wage! Yeah!
I haven't told that many really great jokes on the air so much, but you know, Troy, here's one for you that I think you're really going to love. All right, these two guys walk into a bar, all right, and they go into the bar. The bartender is talking to him, and he says, "Come on over here."
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you the following special message.
I'm producer
Here
Clark
is
Gilson,
UW-Platteville
the
student,
producer of
resident
Sunday
assistant,
Night,
and legal
here to
resident
talk
of
to
New
you
York,
about problems
Clark
caused by
H.V. Gilson.
automobile emissions. Exhaust fumes from your car contribute to acid rain, smog in metropolitan areas, and the possible warming of the Earth's surface, a phenomenon called the greenhouse effect. Unless we all take measures to curb this problem, it'll only be a matter of time before we're all gasping for air. So let's sell all of our cars and start hoofing it, because it's better for you and me and the planet as well.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.
So he takes the garden hose out of his golf bag and he sinks the 53-foot putt. Oh, God. That's the greatest joke, I tell you.
How many times has this happened to you? You skip breakfast, and you're hungry long before noon. You should have taken the time to eat a balanced, nutritious breakfast, but you didn't know what to eat. With all of the cereals out there, it's so hard to choose. Which one is right for me? And how many times have you been constipated in the morning? Constipation can make everyday activities a real nightmare. Wouldn't it be great if there were a product that could solve both of these problems? Something delicious and nutritious that could make you regular once again? Well, now there is. It's a breakfast cereal and a laxative. It's Metamucilix. Yes, Metamucilix is fortified with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, and it's gentle, like an old friend. Metamucilix, available at supermarkets and pharmacies everywhere.
That's not the nice way.
So if you just, when he...
Different mic. There we go. The mic is different. Anyway, just a little technical snafu, but we're working it all out, folks. Little by little, as I said last week, we build. Anyway, I think we have Kevin O'Connor on mic over there. Well, let's go over and see. Can we go over here? I think can we go over here? Kevin's on mic. Kev, you're on mic.
No, I'm not.
We had that mic going.
Oh,
how you doing?
here. Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Just say hi. Kevin O'Connor, our Green Room Coordinator and WSUP Sports Director. Give him a big hand. There he is. Just go back in there.
Now, who's on next?
Billy is on next.
Okay, because she's waiting. It's a little cold out here.
All right, well, tell her to keep her pants on. Well, you know. Anyway, right now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring on my first guest of the evening. Very happy to have her here. We've had a few scheduling program problems, but we're happy she was able to make it down and be a part of our show tonight. She is a business professor here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the lovely and talented Lakey super teacher, Judy Degendorf. Nice to see you. Nice. Oh, did Kevin explain this? This is a microphone. So you clip that on there, and then you're all set. You made it.
I made it.
You're here.
I know. It's going to be the biggest mistake of my life.
Why do you say that? Why would you say that?
Well, either I'm going to offend someone or you're going to embarrass me. It's inevitable. It's just win. Probably.
Oh, I would never embarrass you. I would never embarrass you. You know, I had something here. I was gonna show on the show, and I'm looking for it. If O'Connor's around, O'Connor, get that book. If O'Connor's around, get a book. Well, there's a book I wanted to show on the show. I forgot to bring it out here on the set with me. But it doesn't surprise you.
No.
I had you for a class.
I remember it
this
well.
summer.
Yes.
Organization and management.
Yes, you did. Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
It was painful.
Painful?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, I think the students started to revolt on you, Todd. You kind of took over the class. You were late to my class every day. You know,
I was late.
And what happened when you were late?
Oh, serious. Oh,
I am humbled to be in your presence, so great.
Thank you, Kevin O'Connor, our fine green room coordinator. Thank you, Kevin.
How about those Badgers?
Kevin getting a dig at the Badgers. Now, you wrote this book.
Well,
people see this book?
I didn't, but you can say that. That's fine. Yeah.
Isn't it a great book?
It's a great book. It's a beautiful book. Can I get a close up of that book?
Sure.
That's a great book.
That's right. What do you want? Close up over here? There we go. We're gonna get a close up of the book.
Yeah.
Management 3rd edition by Judy Degendorf.
No,
there it is.
It's not, but that's the one I use in class.
The book.
You've probably never seen that book before.
It was the book for this class.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I had to do is I had to go and buy this book because I forgot to return it. And, you know, I thought that if you just brought it back, you know, there's just like this old woman and she's going, you can't return it. So I'm pretty peeved. $45 for that book.
Oh, what a steal. You got $45. That's a steal.
Well, I'm peeved.
Well, when you take it over in the shrink wrap, they're kind of on to you, so they make you buy the book, see, because you haven't read it yet.
Yeah, well, I'm peeved, you know, because...
a wealth of knowledge there for you, Todd. And isn't there some justice in that, considering that you probably never read the book at all?
Well, I don't know, I guess so. But I'm upset, that's all I have to say.
Well, I'll remember that.
I'm just upset about the whole thing.
I'm deeply troubled.
Are you troubled?
Yeah, that you're upset.
Why are you troubled?
That you're upset. I think you should, well, now, just think how much more exciting your weekends will be now that you have this book, though.
Well, I know you were also a little bit offended that, like, I called you a leggy super teacher.
Well, you know, I really wish you hadn't brought that up. I've been trying to get over that and suppress it, and all those feelings are coming back now. I didn't really be on this show, Todd. I was really offended by you.
What? I'm sorry. It was just a little joke. I've got like
I wish
these
you would have brought it
fraternities
up.
upset at me. I've got all these administrative people upset.
Yeah, but you've never seen me
I just
upset
have
at you.
fun. It's just a little fun. Leggy super teacher. I think that's cute.
Well, I think it's very offensive, and I'm starting to get a little bit. In fact, I don't even know if I can finish this show.
No, I'm serious. No, don't do that.
I don't
Can I
think
make it up to you somehow?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Anything you want.
Anything?
You name it, I'll do it.
Anything.
Because you're my favorite teacher, and
I already gave you your grade, Todd.
I'm not going to have you anymore because I can't take any more of your classes.
Well, I don't know. There was one thing I was thinking about when I was trying to get over this on the way over here, that it might make me feel a little bit better, but...
All right.
I don't
Well,
know.
hold that thought. We'll
All
take
right.
a break. We'll take a break, then we'll come back, and I'll make it up to you.
Okay.
Whatever I can do.
All right.
All right. We'll take a break and be back with Judy Degendorf more after this on Sunday night, so stay tuned with this.
Well, there's been a change in plans here. I don't know where Todd is. I think he's in the bathroom or something, but there's a surprise guest here. We have Miss Tadwina Elba. Tadwina. Oh, lovely. Just lovely. Just lovely.
You're the only person I'd ever do this for.
Oh, I'm touched.
After all, people have accused me of being sexist and racist and everything else, and now here I am wearing a dress and sandals on
And a whole new career could open up for you. I mean.
Anyway, I think
Now,
if you don't mind, I'm going to go sit back behind them.
Now, you said you used that hair removal product. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, Nair? Is that it? Is that
Yeah,
cute?
I don't know so sure I would maybe write the manufacturer on that one.
Geez. Now, this is rather inhibiting, wearing a skirt.
Now, did you feel a little foolish when the audience was just...
Well, I did feel a little foolish.
Did you?
But it's not the first time. How does a chef like yourself, a gourmet chef, end up playing with a band at Hard Rock Cafe?
I got a degree in music, but you have to make a living. So you cook, you got to eat.
To these guys over here.
Sure.
They're all music majors, aren't you, most of you? No. Oh, really? Oh, well, that takes care of that.
Well, I went and did the music major, and I dropped business to do it. So that's ended up why I ended up cooking. So.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I dropped engineering to do it.
I hope you do better.
Now, have you ever played anybody really famous or exciting over your course of your career?
Different. I've played with Chuck Berry.
Really?
Some of the Foghat, some of their members. Molly Hatchet, some of the members. Guys that are kind of washed out and need other guys to make them sound better.
What was Chuck Berry like?
Really lousy.
Really? Is that
He's a pig.
A pig?
Yes, I would say a real pig. Yeah.
Really?
He's drinks too much, smokes too much, and then believes that he's still great.
Really? Sounds like a lot of our deans on campus. I don't know.
Ooh. Ouch.
Anyway.
You go to school here, right?
Well, I do at least for now. I go here as a school for now.
Not long.
Well, people can't take a joke. I don't know. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. John Jenkins over here.
That's it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Thanks a lot for our studio audience. We'll see you next weekend on Sunday night. Take care.